And if you did all 4 years in your sorority and fraternity, fist bump to you, because that was freaking hard, dude. What up, friends, family, associates, haters? It's me, Maddie V. Today we're gonna do a little get ready with me chit chat, and I'm really excited because on Instagram, if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, you definitely should, at MaddieVilla_. I posted a little poll and question response about Greek life and about top house, bottom house mentality. If you guys were not in the Greek system, this might make zero sense to you. And if you were in the Greek system, it might make the most sense to you. And it's never really publicly talked about. It's something that is ingrained in our brains, like, oh, top house, bottom house mentality doesn't exist. No, it 100% exists. If you are watching this and you don't know what that means, basically at every college that has a Greek system, there are different sororities and fraternities. And there is this magical, made up sort of scale that in people's minds, these sororities and fraternities are ranked by like what members are in them. So like there's certain houses that like have the hottest girls, there's a certain houses that have like the slutty girls or the weird girls or the fat girls. Like it's messed up. It's super messed up. It's super toxic and I absolutely hate it. And I don't know if you guys knew, if you watch any of my other sorority fraternity videos, I was the vice president of my sorority, and then I was president, and I was also a Rho Gamma, so I was a recruitment guide, so I technically was a little subset of like the Panhellenic Council. So I know Greek life through and through. I know a lot about it. I know everything from the big organizational standpoint, from like my organization I was affiliated with, to the Panhellenic and how the university side operates. So I know a lot about the Greek life. Not the Greek life, I know a lot about Greek life, and I just like don't think it's the very best kind of structured organization that kids, young adults going to college shouldn't necessarily be joining without doing enough research. So I really recommend, if you are watching this and you want to join a sorority or a fraternity, please do some gosh darn research before. Learn how to be a positive influence in your chapter, learn how to stand up for what you know is not right. So like hazing, if you see any like trigger warning sexual assault allegations or any kind of red flag stuff that you see, you have to be a whistleblower. Like, you need to be someone that is going to be an advocate for the Greek community. So if you do join, or you're in a sorority or fraternity now, be that person, please, because I would hate to see any other tragedies happen, like at Washington State University, or I think VCU just had like a person pass away from hazing, and it makes me so sad, because adults send their children to college to join these organizations, to meet friends and to make lifetime experiences, and sometimes they don't get to come home. So I'm very opinionated about the Greek system. If this doesn't seem like a topic or anything you want to get into, feel free to click off and watch any of my other videos. Also, one little thing here, this is like not an ad or a sponsored video at all. I just tried this Neutrogena Hydro Boost water gel for the first time, and oh baby, my skin is smacking. Like, it is so soft. I have this little blemish on my nose here, sorry about that, but bro, my skin is so soft. It feels so good. I've been struggling with my skin ever since I used Bad Habit Beauty. Sorry, Emma. My skin hated it. My skin did not like it. It reacted super horribly to it, and I've been on like a skin recovery ever since then, and I think I'm finally back to how my skin looked minus this blemish before I used Bad Habit. Anyway, I'm sorry, I wanted to not do a long intro, but that ended up being a extremely long intro. So basically, I asked on Instagram, give me your opinion on top house, bottom house mentality in Greek life. And then I also asked, do you think people label others based on what fraternity/sorority they're in? 93% of people said yes, and 7% of people said no. 83 people said yes, and 6 people said no. If you were someone that said no in the poll, I would love to have a conversation with you. Not in like an aggressive, I need to talk to you about this, just like I want to know like why you said no. Because obviously I think you know my opinion. I really truly think that people label others by what sorority and fraternity they're in. And I feel like I don't even have like a counter argument for why you wouldn't think that people label others. Like, were you not in the Greek system, so you're just saying no because you don't know? Because personally, I think that people are aggressively judged for what house they're in, you know? And I hate saying house because you're supposed to say what chapter you're in, but I'm just gonna use the lingo that I'm gonna use. I'm not gonna be politically correct here, but yes, what house you're in. And it's like so weird when you go to the frat or meet someone, the first question anyone ever asks you is, oh, are you in a house? And then if you say yes, then they're like, oh, well, what house are you in? And I'm like, why does it matter? After college, I feel like when people ask, were you in the Greek system? Were you in a house? Blah, blah, blah. It's because they want to find a connection. They want to talk about something that you guys have in common. But when we were in college, half the time you could know if someone was in a house or not because you're at a frat party. You know what I mean? And the girls that were like G's or the guys that were G's, you could pretty much tell they weren't in a house because they were like rogue. I don't know, you can kind of just tell. And not in a bad way. Like, I love rogue ones, but yeah. So I'm gonna go over some of the responses. A lot of them were like repeats because there's like a lot of trending topics, but I'm just gonna go over kind of popular responses I got. I literally got makeup like all over my phone screen. That's cool. So the first one I got was freshmen/sophomores care, but once you get older, you realize it doesn't matter. And I got that response a lot. Like Marty said, it literally means everything for the first 2 years. Then we all realize that it's silly. Someone else said it mattered a shit ton freshman, sophomore year, and then junior, senior year, not so much. So I have a lot of feelings about that. I feel like, yes, as a freshman and sophomore, it matters a lot. Freshmen are just super stupid, and then they're like, oh, well, you're in a bottom house and you are not good enough for us, blah, 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 blah. And it's just like, I don't get it. Like, I don't understand. Like, I was technically in a bottom house and I did not feel like I was welcomed in the Greek community at all. Oh my God. So part of meeting your friends and part of being in a social organization is partying, and people would party and we'd have exchanges or social events, date dashes, what have you. And basically when you're a freshman, it's a big deal to go to exchanges. So an exchange is like when a fraternity and a sorority have like a little private event with each other. Kappa Kappa Uma and Lambda Lambda Gamma will like meet up, have a little event. The social chairs will talk to each other, and then they'll plan like a theme, which don't even get me started on themes because those have been extremely problematic in the Greek system. Like themes like CEOs and office hoes, or sports, or jerseys, or whatever, Call of Booty, like all that random ass stuff. And that was like a big deal. And for the bottom houses, a lot of the times, certain frats wouldn't want to have events with you because you were the weird house. So as a freshman and as a sophomore, this is ingrained in your brain. So you're not old enough to go to the bars yet. You're not old enough to make friends out. Like you're relying directly on the Greek system as a freshman and sophomore. You are 18, 19 years old going into college, and you're joining this organization that's bigger than yourself, and you're meeting all your lifetime friends, your bridesmaids, your groomsmen. If you're constantly being told as a freshman, oh, sorry guys, we couldn't even get an exchange this week because no one wanted to do anything with us. Like, that is mind-boggling. Like, that can mess you up in the brain. Like, oh, I joined a house and all of a sudden, like, I'm just not good enough. I'm all of a sudden a peasant. I'm scum. We can't even get boys to hang out with us. Okay, well, all the guys that hang out with us obviously are the weird houses because they're the weird guys that only want to hang out with the weird girls. So it's a snowball effect. It's very toxic. From other responses, one of my friends said, toxic AF. I realized this even more once I left. And I feel like a lot of people realize this after they leave. And I realized this when I was in college, and I was like, this is so messed up. Like, this is so messed up. And that was a huge part of why I really wanted to be on leadership, and I really wanted to change things around the Greek community. Fatu said, at WSU, your ranking decided your fate. No, 100%. Like I was saying earlier, your freshman year, and I'll do a video if you guys want me to on recruitment and the whole recruitment process, which is extremely freaking toxic. And that is like, I feel like the bulk of like where top house, bottom house mentality comes from. It's like going through recruitment as a man and as a woman, like as whoever is going through, recruitment is like deciding your fate of like how you are going to be perceived for the next 4 years. Because I'm not kidding, guys. If you're in a bottom house, it is known that you're in a bottom house. Like, adults will say, no, that wasn't real. Or people that were in top houses will say, that's not real. It doesn't matter. We're friends with everyone. Blah, blah, blah. No, you might be, but a chunk of your chapter has this like mindset that they are so much better. And like, it was sad. Like, I remember like being in my sorority, like we could barely get like guys to go on our like date dashes or find like fraternities that we don't do things with every single weekend, like branching out to other frats to do like exchanges with or finding dates for date dashes or what the frick ever. It sounds like a foreign language and so stupid now that I'm talking about it now. Someone else said, I think it's stupid. I think it's so stupid too. I literally think it's the dumbest thing ever, which goes to this next response that said, so dumb, misogynistic, and classist, and definitely exists. Yeah, no, it 100% exists, and it's super, super sad. Like, I don't know about you. I mean, I've always struggled with fitting in. I've always struggled with feeling like I don't belong ever since I was really young. And obviously that's like a me issue. Like, I'm not asking anyone to like feel bad for me, just based on like where I grew up and what ethnicity I am. I was kind of like stuck out like a sore thumb. So I was super excited to go to college and join a sorority and finally find a fun group of girls that are gonna be my besties for the resties. And don't get me wrong, I definitely did meet a lot of amazing women in the sorority, but I also met a bunch of you know the girls. The grade system clearly is not what it's cracked up to be, and it's because it's these little micro, whatever they're called, are embedded in the system. It kind of sucks that we're teaching these people in the height of their like adolescent years, you know, going to college for the first time, being away from their family, and you're very naive, you're very impressionable at that time, and then they're like, boom. Now you get to live for the next 4 years if you decide to cut it out for 4 years. And if you did all 4 years in your sorority or fraternity, fist bump to you, because that shit was freaking hard, dude. I'm getting anxiety thinking about it. Like, just, it was a lot of, yeah. Someone else said it's toxic and it should be about friendship, not what house you're in. Hallelujah. Yes. Someone said dumb as fuck. All houses have cool ass members and all houses have shitty members. That's also true. Someone was like, I don't know, but it sounds like they're just having orgies. You know, I personally did not experience that, but I've heard stories for sure. Someone was like, oof, there's a lot to be said. And then someone was like, Greek life just wants to pretend like it's the best thing ever when really it's very unhealthy. Yes, basically 100% to all of those answers. And I'm not even done with my makeup, but I don't want to even go on with this video anymore because it's getting me heated, it's getting me riled up, and I could go on forever and ever about it. I wanted to do this as like a get ready chit chat with me, but if you guys do want to see a video about recruitment, I can 100% have like an organized, structured sit down video. This was kind of just a rant. This is already going to be too long. I know a lot of you guys have really short attention spans now. Y'all are on TikTok and all that stuff, but you know, let's watch things that fill our minds with things to get you thinking, things to get you wondering, have I been the best version of myself? Have you guys explored every little thing about everything? Or have you been doing the same thing that your parents told you to do, your grandparents told you to do, your friends from your hometown told you to do? Explore the world, get out, do your own thing. And this leads to my outro. All right, guys, well, your girl's getting a little bit aggro, so I decided to just film a different outro because I want you guys to see that I'm actually pretty and don't wear my foundation like that over my lips, and that I actually am like semi-cute, okay? So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for bearing with me through that little rant session about bottom house, top house mentality. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to my channel. Please like this video if you like it. And if you like any of my other videos, please like those as well, because that really, really helps me out the most, more than commenting, more than fast forwarding through them as getting a view. liking them and really truly watching it all the way through really helps me the very most out here on this YouTube world. It's a hard world out here and a lot of people don't understand, so I'm just being transparent with ya. But thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to call your mom, call your dad, wear a mask, live your best life, water your plants, kiss your cat on the head for me, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.